All right, everyone. So today we're sitting in the 2026 Toyota BZ, and this is the limited trim level. I've done a button tutorial on the XLE. Now we're going to do it on this one, so stay tuned. Let's start off on the lower left side over here. So we have your buttons right here for your memory seats, 1 and 2, and you can set them by pressing set and 1. And then right here, you have the auto folding mirrors. Push this button again, and then these arrows are to control your left and right side. You just have to make sure this lights up. So now we can adjust the mirror. And then you have your unlock and lock, your windows from the front and back, and then you have your child lock right there. Below the steering wheel down here, you have the arrows to control the brightness on your digital gauge cluster. And then you can reset this for the odometer. You have your automatic high beams button. And then this is your headlight cleaner, which is really nice. And then you have your button to open up the trunk. Now, right here on the left side of the steering wheel, you have all of your light controls. And then on the right side is all your windshield wiper controls. Now, let's talk about the steering wheel here. So on the left side right here, you have your back button that you can control your digital gauge cluster with. And then this is your call button. So when somebody calls you, you can answer. All of these arrows right here are to control that digital gauge cluster in front of you. So you can go through some of your settings here. Like right here, it's showing me my adaptive cruise mode. Then it has a compass, and then Sirius XM. And then it's showing us our average speed plus your total time for your last trip and a few other things. Then you have your volume up and down and your voice to speak right here. Now on the right side, this right here is for your adaptive cruise control. And then you have your steer assist with lane keep assist right there. And on your digital gauge cluster, it'll show a steering wheel. Now, this is for your speed up and down for the cruise control, and you can cancel it. This mode button right here can put it in adaptive cruise or regular cruise. Then this adjusts the gap between you and the preceding vehicle. And then you have your different channels and stations right here. Now, one thing that's unique about the Toyota BZ in 2026 is that you have these little paddles here, and these are actually to adjust for the regenerative braking. You can manually do it, which is really nice. Now, right here, you have a nice audio multimedia display, and comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, wireless. Now, there's only a few things that I want to show you on this screen because you have a charging schedule, and then you also have a battery preconditioning. So you can actually push this button and it'll adjust the temperature of the battery for faster charging, which is nice. And then we can go through some other quick little settings here. I know there's a way that you can customize ambient lighting. I believe you have over 60 different ambient lighting customizations that you can do. See, right now it's set to beige, but you can scroll through a couple different color options there. But overall, this system is set up similar to a lot of new Toyota vehicles. So if you watch a video out there, maybe I'll do one at some point where I kind of break down everything in the infotainment, but I'll leave that for a different day. Now, right here, you can adjust, like this one has the heated steering wheel. You can have two different adjustments for that. Now, this has the cooled seats and it has the heated seats. And then this is where you can direct the airflow wherever you want. Now, if you push this button here, it pulls up this screen. Right now it's set to direct airflow to occupied front seats. You can toggle that off if you want to put air in the back there. And then this has an eco heat cool system and then your de-icer function for the windshield wipers right there. Now right here you can sync both of these together, and then your passengers also get heated and cooled seats on that side. You have an auto button if you want it to auto adjust to the temperatures outside. Shut the air off. Here's your fan speed right here. You can also do the down and up arrows. This is your circulate the air within the cabin, and then you have your AC button right there. And these knobs right here is to control the temperature. Now right down here you have your front defroster, and then you have your rear defroster with outside mirrors. Then you have your volume knob right here, up and down. And then right here is your vents. You have two wireless chargers. And then this button right here is for your four-ways. Now let's talk about your shifter situation here because there's a lot going on. Right here, you just push this button to put it in park. To put it in drive, you push down. push it to the right, and then you do have a front camera and a back, or a front camera here and an overview camera. And then to put it in reverse, you push down and left. And then right there, there's the backup camera. Now, again, to put it in park, you just push this down. You'll hear a clicking noise. And then you have your eco mode if you want to be as efficient as possible. Then you have your traction control off. And then your X mode button here, you can actually switch it from snow and dirt and then to deep snow and mud. Now, what's really cool is that you have this toggle or this switch right here for your grip control. It's almost like a crawl control for this vehicle, which it'll adjust the speed up and down as if you're in a situation where you're doing any sort of off-roading. And now right here, you have a panoramic view monitor as it shows the sides here, and it's showing the front camera, but you see it's kind of like a pitch and roll setup. And then you have your brake hold function right here and your electronic parking brake. How the brake hold function works is if you're in drive and you push this button down, it holds the brake in place. Now we have a special button here. The Limited comes with the self-parking feature. So if you're in drive, I'm gonna put it in drive right now and press the self-parking feature. It'll pull up a camera here, and then you can actually end up selecting a spot. Right now, I don't have my seatbelt on, so it's not working, but I've demonstrated the self-parking on my channel on one of the RAV4 videos, so it'll be very similar. Go and watch that video. Now, right up here is your rear view mirror. It's a digital rear view mirror, so you can pull this back and it'll pull up a HD camera, which is nice here. You have your different garage door setups here. Now, you can also do a little bit of customization where you can adjust the brightness on here. You can pan it up and down, left and right, and kind of sideways, different angles. But there you go. Now, right up here, you have your light controls, and then you can set it to where if you open the doors, the lights come on, all your lights, and then your right light right there. Now, this right here is to open up the panoramic glass roof, but we already have it open. I'm just going to close it to show you guys. Now, this doesn't open, so it's a fixed glass roof. And now we're just going to open it up again. Now, right down here, you have an 8-way power adjustable seat with lumbar. You can even adjust this part up, which is nice. Seat up. And then just this part of the seat can go forward and back. And there's the lumbar. Right down here, you have a USB-C, and then you have something to charge your devices, some extra storage, 2 cup holders here. And then this right here can flip up in both directions, depending on who needs to access it. All right, now let's check out the back here. Here's your window control for the passengers. Now let's take a seat in here because the Limited has heated seats for the outboard seats. And then you have 2 USB-Cs right here, and then you have your vents right there. Now let's take a look at the back here. There's a button to open it up, but you also have a kick sensor on this one. So you just wave your foot underneath, and then the lift gate will lift up on its own. Really nice. Now let's take a look at some cables here, and then you have some different adapters, and I'll explain how they work. This cable right here is just for your house if you want to charge it. Now you can get a level 2 charger installed in your home if you want to charge a little bit faster, but for level 3, you'll have to use public. And right in here, Toyota did something where you get some different converters here. So you have now keep in mind, the BZ has the option of converting to the J1772 to NACS or the CCS1 to NACS. Before that, the standard charging was the CCS1, but they converted over to the Tesla chargers. But now you have your adapters here. So this adapter here is for the CCS1. You can use that, or you can use the J1772 right there. You have a JBL subwoofer back here. Now you also have a power inverter right here, and then you can turn on the power inverter with that button there. Now right up here, there's some instructions for the kick sensor, but for this part of the video, I'm just gonna push this button to show you how it shuts. Now right here on this side, because this is the Limited, I wanted to show you that you do have the power seats here as well. You just don't get the lumbar support setup. And right here, there's your NACS charging port. I just wanted to show you guys what that looked like. All right, now let's go over some key functionalities here. So you have your lock, you have your unlock button. You can open up the trunk right here, and then you have your panic button. Now, if you push the lock button 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and hold it down, the remote start should work. You have smart key system on the doors, so you just put your hand here, it unlocks, and then you push your finger right here, it locks all the doors. Then you hold your hand here for more than 3 seconds, and it unlocks all 4 doors. And to lock all 4 doors again, you just push this again. One last thing I did want to go over, because I think it's very important. All your driving assist options are in this screen. You have your lane departure alert, you have your intuitive parking assist, parking support brake, blind spot, your safe exit alert, rear cross traffic, rear camera detection. Now, for some reason, I don't know why Toyota has this turned off every time, the proactive driving assist, but I always turn it on. I actually have it on in my vehicle, and it's great, especially if you're in an area where you're going up and down a lot of hills and curves. This will assist you in turning corners and slightly apply the brakes in certain situations, so I would always have that active. Your road sign assist and your pre-collision system. Now, there also are a few charging things that you guys should know. So see how it says charging current? You can change your options here, even for your charging limit. You can have it charged to just 80% if you didn't want to fully charge as well. And then your DC charge power you can change as well. And then battery cooling is on. Thanks so much for sticking around and watching this video. And again, I do have a playlist of button tutorials of a bunch of other different Toyota vehicles. So if you guys want to see how some of these other Toyota vehicles work and their functionalities, make sure to watch those videos. And if you're a big Toyota fan, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next video. I'm constantly doing reviews, comparison videos, button tutorials, test drives, and we also have a podcast on my channel you guys can watch. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.